out, taking flights. Life on the edge is the way that yogi life. No fun if I can't do 100 through the light. Probably the only way that I can live and feel alive.
China Doll is in the house, man. I think she got some energy drink going on right now. She being pretty weird out there, but hey, it wouldn't be China Doll if she didn't. Welcome. It's Monday today.
Monday fun day.
It is a Monday fun day today. We are streaming. It looks like on China Doll's Viper Pit. Wow, that is awesome. How's that going over there, by the way?
It's going.
You got to start putting more material
I know.
on
I got
there,
to do something more than once a week.
I don't know. Maybe flash your small boobies or something.
Maybe.
We're going to be talking about 4 ways that women control men. And men, you're too stupid. You don't even know about it. Of course, you know, I was just saying in the beginning of the show, if you get in trouble, all you need is a pair of knee pads and the prosecutor will let you go. I wonder if that Donna Morelli like sucked his balls or something to get that kind of freaking sentence. Sad state of affairs over there, man. That death of Keith Palumbo, we've been covering it since the beginning of it. And, you know, this bitch has so much freaking arrogance that she thinks that she can threaten a family. Here's a family who had to go through all this misery, and you still have a bitch like this messing with you, and you have all their internet trolls that run up Donna's pussy out there messing with the family, and it's just sickening. I truly believe it. It's sickening.
Ew.
That somebody does this kind of stuff, but I guess it fits in to the fact that women have a lot of control over men nowadays, and I sure to hell don't know why. It's hard for me, you know, truly, you know, being on all serious and stuff, I don't understand how a man can be controlled. That's just like we had a fight the other day. You don't want a wife, you want a slave. Well, you're a fucking wife. Go over there, you know, cook, clean, wash the clothes. That's what you're supposed to do. But I guess your mother didn't train you right. See, the problem is that women do not train their daughters what they're, you know, what it's supposed to be like. So we have arguments like that. But other men, all they do is say, honey, here's my balls, put them in your purse. And that is what leads to problems in this world. That's what leads to kids being a bunch of punks and pussies. The men. So all of a sudden it's a 50-50 relationship. That's not what the good book says. The good book doesn't say 50-50.
Half.
The good book says that a woman shall be loyal and subservient. But now in modern times, it don't work that way. And you produce stupid people that are ignorant and foolish. Something I don't understand. So China Doll is going to try to explain this to me since I am ignorant on this subject. That's what she would say. By the way, before we go into that, a Chicago legend has died. Dick Biondi.
What?
My goodness gracious. He has been on the air in Chicago forever. And he was actually the first one that broadcast on a radio the Beatles before the Beatle craze. Back in them times, disc jockeys actually chose the music that they put on the radio station. It's not like today where it's all automated and stuff like that. And, you know, I make a living doing podcasts, man. I love radio, but Dick Biondi has died. And if you don't know who Dick Biondi is, something's wrong with you. Here it is.
News tonight, we're learning about the death of Chicago radio legend Dick Biondi.
This is Sam Cooke, and we're having a party. at 890 and 94.7.
Biondi started his career in upstate New York before coming to WLS in Chicago in 1960. He went on to several other stations, including a stint at WBBM-FM in the early 80s, before retiring from WLS in 2017. Biondi was believed to have been the first DJ to play the Beatles in the United States when he spun Please Please Me in March of 1963, months before Beatlemania. He was also inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame in 1998. His family says Biondi died peacefully at his home this Monday. Dick Biondi was 90 years old.
He was a legend. A legend. He was like a Wolfman Jack out of California. And, you know, most of these guys are passing away now, the legends of radio, or some of them been pushed out because of this PC bullshit. That's like when I talked to Mancow, he was like, you know, they call the shock jocks, but I was just a truth teller. And it all started back in the early 2000s with him when he left Q101. And then he started to move to different stations. He never, you know, I remember that time when he took on Howard Stern and kicked his ass on the radio. And Howard Stern hasn't been the same since. Maybe that's why he needs therapy 4 days a fucking week, because he's a pussy, Big Bird. And Mancow just labeled his ass. You know, they did call it the shock jock air or dark humor air. But somebody like Dick Biondi, man, wow. All the legends are dying now. Could you imagine being a disc jockey back in the 50s and getting to pick your own music? You were actually more of a superstar than the ones playing the freaking music, the musicians, when you were a DJ back then.
Oh, yeah, you were.
You were the superstar.
Can you imagine how, I mean, come on, he played the very first Beatles song before the Beatles became famous.
Yeah, he could have started that trend right there.
Sad.
Unbelievable. So going back to this, please explain to me why men are a bunch of pussies. And you know what?
You really want me to go
I
there?
do not blame you women whatsoever for taking advantage of it.
Well, why wouldn't we?
So explain all this to me.
Women, I guess we're just good. We're better than what y'all give us credit for.
Now, why would you say that?
I don't know. Why not? Because some women control men by treating them like children.
And I see that all the time. It's like, dudes, do you have some fetish about being a bitch? I'm just trying to be honest here. Do you have a fetish of being a bitch? Now, I know there's some men out there that like being put in rubber suits and shit and gagged.
Hey, there's even some men out there that like wearing diapers. I don't know.
Well, that's true. Well, look at it nowadays. Men dress up in women's clothes. So, yeah, obviously there's something wrong. But when you are a man and they treat you like a kid, what's wrong with you? See, this is the stuff I don't understand. And do you find this to be the case too with others that you know?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with that, you know, women like things done their way and we consider it the right way. So the best way to get things done right is do it yourself and then in turn makes it look like the man can't do anything for himself.
Well, that's just like Morbic. He wears a Speedo and he's asking us to leave that out. You know, maybe, you know, going back to the Speedo times, they had to actually try to, share that they had some nuts. But they don't have nuts no more. That's why they wear those baggy ass freaking shorts to go into a swimming pool, because they know, oh, I don't got no nuts. Here, honey. It does. It actually makes me sick of how some of these guys act. And you know what? It has real world consequences to it, if you ask me. Where a man is no longer a man. Do you agree? Do you agree that a man not being a man has real world consequences now? Look what we're going through.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, look at the government. I don't think half of them are real men.
Well, hell, you got who is it? The Surgeon General or something, or Rachel Levine, they call it, dressed up as a freaking broad. That's representing our country,
Yeah.
and that's pretty sick. So now instead of burly men, men that are men, you got them dressed as women.
I wonder what it would be like if there was a bunch of bikers in office.
I think the world to be a hell of a better place as long as it wasn't a bunch of rubs. Okay, them rubs, they ruin everything. They're usually the ones on the biker news segment that are crying, well, gangs this and gangs that and bully this and bully that. Like, shut up, stupid. Really, shut up. It's like you're a moron. Shut up. You're bugging me. But they have to get it out there. Those are the type.
They just got to give their input.
Right. And you know what? There was actually a comment that I'm actually going to do a video on. I think it came in under that one I put on this weekend about that young guy not wanting to ride Harleys anymore. Well, I'm tired of all the ass fuckery that's associated with Harley Davidson, all the bad boy image.
Did
You dork.
Did you say ass fucker?
No, that was from him.
Oh my.
He's a dork. He uses Hollywoodism without permission.
Oh, you better get him on that.
No shit. And I think I want to do a video on that.
I think you should.
But those are just rubs, man.
I think you should.
They're, you know what? The rubs are the ones that let their women just put on a freaking dildo and screw them up the ass. Maybe I am too old, though. Maybe I'm just getting there.
Probably.
But I swear to God, these men that are subservient to their women, they let their women put on a strap-on dildo and screw them.
Ew.
Come on, you
that's
gotta
what you're into.
you gotta agree.
If that's what you're into.
Come on, agree.
Why am I gonna agree?
Because if they can't give it to the women and be a man, they're taking it up the poop chute.
Ew.
Maybe that's why maybe it's women that make men dress as.
It's just the tip, honey.
Yeah, it's just a tip. Maybe it's women that are making these guys go out and wear dresses and stuff like that. It's like, be my bitch.
How are you? Don't blame us for that. No. Do not blame women for that. I will never take blame for that.
But I'm serious. Go on some of these Harley Davidson websites and you'll see the pictures of the people that buy them. Yeah. They're all fucking rubs.
Yeah, did you notice something missing?
What?
On where you got yours?
What, Kegels? Yeah, they didn't picture me. Fuck you.
They took a picture, but they didn't post it because what? You're not a rub. It doesn't fit their, scenario.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
It is what it is.
So, what's the first one?
That's what I just said.
No, read it out. I want to hear it.
Some women control men by treating them like children. When women reacts to a grown man like he's 7 years old, she might feel frustrated, but in reality, she's trying to force his hand or force the outcome that she wants.
How does that work for you?
It doesn't. I'm the one that acts like the 7-year-old. Because it doesn't go my way.
Does it ever go your way?
No. No. Once in a while.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because I know all these women out there are saying, China Dow, why do you put up with this stuff? Are you one that believes a man should be in control?
Most of the time, not all the time.
Okay, what's not all the time?
I like being in control, but in different situations.
Okay, leave that out. Leave that out. Leave that out because that never happens either.
No, it don't.
So you're agreeing with me that you want a manly man.
I want a manly man. I don't want a punk.
Because let's admit, women want security. And when they don't get security, they act up. Am I right or wrong on this subject?
What do you mean act up?
They act up when they have a punk. They have.
Well, when you
they
got
feel
somebody
like
that's
they,
a pushover, you're gonna push them as far over as you can.
well, yeah, they feel like they have to take over the role of the man.
Yeah. So then they're the man and the woman at the same time. So hey, double persona.
And that really should aggravate people. That should aggravate a woman. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
I think they have a legitimate bitch because not only do they got a bitch, but they got a bitch because they're not getting what they expected. Women overall want security.
Well, and you got to think about it too. It's like if a woman can't trust her man to do the grocery shopping or fold the laundry, it's not that he can't do it. He's a big boy. He can. The woman just wants it done exactly the way she wants it done.
No, because, historically, that's a woman's job. And men have forgotten what their job is and what a woman's job is. They let society blur the lines. We're actually on the BCAN podcast. We're going to be talking about the downfall of this country, the degradation of what this country has went through. And I truly believe this was the starting point where a man didn't want to be a man. That they started listening to society. Oh, you got to get your emotional side out. Shut up. I don't have to do shit, you fucking donkey's dick.
Do you know that a woman needs to realize that the 4 most controlling words that a woman can say is, I'll just do it.
And that's when I say, well, there you go. We agree.
You'll be like, okay, I'm not arguing.
Go for it.
Do it. I'll just do it.
And do I not say, well, go ahead.
Yep.
You acting like you're trying to use that. You're trying to use a Jedi mind trick on me.
And it's not working.
I am totally immune from the Jedi mind trick from a woman. Yes or no?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Sometimes.
Well, give me an example. Don't try to make yourself look good here and lie.
What do you mean and lie?
I do not fall for Jedi mind tricks from women. And that upsets you because Yoda wasn't a good teacher.
I didn't learn from Yoda.
I'm the dark side of the fence here.
Yes, you are.
I don't take the bullshit.
No.
But the downgrade of American society is just like that. And I have to say, maybe I have to agree with Mike Ball. When you get married, you're supposed to mold a woman. Maybe I have to agree with him. You got to mold.
Maybe you shouldn't.
No,
Doghouse.
you got to mold the bitch.
No, I don't think so.
Because, well, I don't know.
No, I don't.
I don't
so.
know.
I don't think so.
Unless you're married to a Latina, you don't try that bullshit. You get hit. But anyway, I think he was right.
I don't think so.
I think it makes a better relationship.
And you're really gonna have some female haters now.
I think it makes a better relationship. She knows who's in charge. Where nowadays
we are.
You don't know who the fuck is in charge of a relationship unless you see them out there screaming and yelling at each other with, the bitch treating them like some kind of punk kid. Of course, you know who the hell's in charge there. But I just don't get it. It's something I never got. And I don't understand it. Maybe I'm hook on phonics stupid when it comes to that subject. But I just don't believe a man should do that kind of shit. So, yes, get some clay out. And by the way, the old man upstairs, gave us one of your ribs. You guys should be freaking happy. And he put the woman Eve on the earth to please Adam. So this goes all the way back in history. So why you women bitch?
And we made y'all eat the apple.
Yeah, you did. You're a bunch of bitches. Bunch of bitches. Because Adam became a punk. What other one we got?
Some women control men by getting quiet. Women are ninja masters at this.
Does that ever work on me? It's like, goddamn, thank God she shut up. That's the way I look at it. Come on, I'm a different kind of guy. You know, when the women shut up, I'm like, thank God. Just shut up. But other men, it's
Other
like,
men, when you go quiet and you give them the silent treatment, it leaves them thinking, what did I do?
men actually get in their heads. They're like, oh shit, I ain't getting a blowjob tonight. Well, come join Hollywood at the Doghouse, man. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. If I ever open a bar again, I'm going to call it the Doghouse.
Some men even go, because of the silence, it gets very uncomfortable. So men quickly do almost anything to end the silence. Like, do you want me to admit I'm wrong? Do you want me to change my shirt? Start going to the gym more? Say something. Just talk to me.
Does it actually work, though?
It does work.
Has it worked out for you?
Sometimes
Like when?
when I'm quiet and you ask me what's wrong and I just look at you and I say nothing.
And then I walk away.
And the whole point was just to get you out of my room.
Yeah, but you're
So
saying
it works
women
for me.
you're saying women use it as leverage.
Some do. Yeah.
But you can't that leverage don't work on me.
No, because you like it when it's quiet.
Shit,
You
I
like when I'm not talking.
I party when she's at work. That's why I ask her every day, what time you go to work?
You gonna ask me today?
Yeah, what time you go to work?
I'm off today.
That sucks balls. Anyway, that is my peace and quiet. I believe there has to be separation with women and men where they get their own peace and quiet.
So you don't ever think when you're getting the silent treatment that you did something wrong?
No,
Do you care?
no.
This is what I got to deal with. This is it right here.
Why should I have to care?
Some men do.
You know, you read a lot of these articles to prepare, and I know that
Yeah.
you're going to try to use some of this bullshit. So I really don't
Hey.
give a shit.
Who is the one that gave this article out today?
Well, that's fine. I give it to you, but I know damn well you're going to read it.
Oh, hell yeah. I went all up in depth in it.
And you're going to try this bullshit. And
Jedi mind stuff.
I'm not a weak-minded guy where you have, you know what, even probably in our chat room, you know, they probably got their wives listening to us right now and they're saying, hey, don't listen to that fucking Hollywood. I'll kick your fucking teeth in is what she's saying to the husband right now. And the husband's like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, honey.
I didn't mean it, honey. Hollywood, he's such a dick. That's what they're doing to placate their wives. Why they sit back there and say, I wish I was Hollywood. I didn't have to deal with this bitch.
Wow. Doesn't mean dealing with me is any more fun.
No, I'm talking about over here.
I'm a challenge.
So basically is, you know what? You women use your pussy a lot.
There is nowhere in this article that says we use that.
Okay, I'm not talking about the
Not.
article. I'm talking about you women use your pussy to your advantage.
Yeah, why not? We got one.
You got one, and it's a weapon. Men, you to beat off. Beat it like it owes you money. Don't give in to the pussy.
Give into it. You know you will eventually. Just saying.
You to blow your load anywhere you want. Stick it in a fence hole.
Ew. You
Don't
would.
let them hold that pussy over your head, men. Now, some I understand because they're so freaking dumb buck ugly
Ew. Stop.
that they need something
You're
like
not
that.
nice.
If you ever notice ugly people attract to ugly people,
Not always.
Or
I've seen some very attractive people with very ugly people.
or you have, I don't, you know what? I don't
And
understand how this happens.
You know why that is?
Hmm.
The very attractive people that are with ugly people.
They have money.
Well, not always. Because at least the ugly one's not going to cheat.
Well, this is true. Why the bitch is out there cheating?
I didn't. That could go either way,
Oh,
buddy.
bullshit! If you
That
have
can go
you
either
have
way,
you have an
buddy.
ugly ass dude with a hot ass chick, she's gonna be out there
Kind of
cheating
like
on
us.
his
Kind of
ass.
like us.
Yeah, right.
You're ugly. I'm hot, but here I am.
But have you ever wondered how, like, say, 300-pounders, you know, you got
Why you always got to go that route?
I'm just hold
Why?
on.
No.
I'm asking a question. here.
No.
You got a 300-pound Shamu on one side, and then you know you got the opposite sex Shamu on the other. How do they fuck?
I don't know.
See, even you need to wonder about this. How do they fuck?
One's on top, sitting,
What do you mean sitting? Dude, there'd be an earthquake.
riding a horsey.
Maybe that's what happens in Los Angeles and California when there's an earthquake. Maybe two fat people are fucking.
Stop. That's bad.
And depending, the Richter scale tells you how many
God,
fat
this
people
really
are
makes
fucking.
me. This really makes me think about what kind of shit you used to say about me behind my back when I was big. I swear to God.
Seriously.
Seriously, were you? I mean, I know for a fact you said save the whales, harpoon you. I mean that was a big one when I was big.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, if you had to make a trip, you know, you had to haul ass, you had to make 2 trips
Yeah.
or put that wide load on that shit. But I'm really.
I'd be packing up, and all I'd hear is Hollywood.
I was a motherfucker, but you lost the weight.
Yeah, not in a good way, but I did.
But anyway, I think that's what it is. You know, if you have like an 8 on the Richter scale, you got a lot of fat people fucking.
Cool.
You're the one who said, you know, they're the ones on top and bouncing.
Well, why not?
But I don't think
You just asked me how would they have sex. I said this is how.
But I think, you know, I don't know if they could do it on their, you know, the broad on the back. You imagine trying to lift a ton of
I
the
don't-
leg over her head?
I don't know. We were pretty successful when I was big.
This has nothing to do with you.
I don't care. You're always making fun of big people. Don't make
Big
fun
people,
of big
my
people.
ass, they're fat.
Don't make fun of. No, don't. That's not nice.
I guess I'm not nice then.
You're never nice. It's
But
fine.
you know, what is it? 1 ton a leg or something like that?
Oh my God! Stop.
You need a fucking crane. Hey, I'm going to have to go rent a crane to get her leg up.
I used to have to need a crane just to pull my jeans on. What the hell are you talking about?
What's another one? What's another one?
Some women control men by flattering them. Flattery is a useful tool to control most people, but it works particularly well on men.
No, the number one thing that works on men is pussy. But flattery,
Flattery gets you everywhere.
you never tried that on me. Or you know, I don't think a lot of women try that on men. I'm just saying. I don't think it happens.
Flattery meaning, compliments.
You never compliment me.
No, I usually tell you suck. Or you're a dick. Or you're an asshole.
Maybe we do need a marriage counseling. I could have fun doing that.
No.
So basically, if there was a hot woman with a, homely looking male, they're going to try to flatter him.
Yeah, why not?
What are some of the reasons why a beautiful chick would be with an ugly guy?
Because he ain't gonna go nowhere.
But other than that,
Money.
money, pecker size, what?
Pecker size. Cause she a gold digger.
Well, we know gold digging, but I'm talking about other attributes.
He's
here.
gotta have a big, huge dick or something, or knows how to work it.
Or do you think because she can run him around?
Well, yeah, maybe that too.
Do you think that happens?
Of course it does. That happens every day.
I really like to know from my chicks that, well, I'm not talking about you chasing chicks with dicks, by the way. I'm talking about chicks. Is that what you look for? Do you look for a big pecker? Or what do you do?
I mean, you're ugly.
I am.
I married you.
I'm a hottie.
You are not. I am.
Yeah, right.
I am. You're not.
Money and security in the relationship is what LA has to say. So I guess that is correct. Now, one thing I don't get is these hot ass older women that go for ugly ass younger men. Is it because they're trying to relive their years?
Relive their youth.
Because you women do that. That's why you have separate nicknames for yourself, like Cougar, MILF,
Gilf.
Gilf. You have all the kinds of shit. And Corey, I think, is correct. Control. I think control is the biggest takeaway from this.
Well, yeah, definitely.
You have to try to control. Are you trying to like make up for all the years that you were in the kitchen?
What, when you get older?
Yeah. See, that's why I wish I lived in, the early days, man. I wish I lived in, say, the perfect time period for me would have been through the
Well, I'm definitely not no
20s
leave
through
it
the
to
50s.
Beaver Mom, that's for sure.
Yeah, but was the world a better place?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know. Was it?
Come on.
Was it? I don't know.
You don't think there was morality back then? Come on, don't play stupid. I hate that blonde shit.
There's definitely no morality now.
None whatsoever. So do you think that the family unit is broken because of the woman?
No. Why you gotta blame the women all the time?
Because you didn't learn your place. You thought that you can listen to media. You thought you'd listen to society and say, okay, well, they said.
Times have changed. You got to change with the times, dude.
But look, okay, people say times has changed, but look how bad it's gotten.
Well, look how it was back then. You didn't have to have both parents work in the household. Now you have to.
Yeah, but the family unit was still intact. There is no family units anymore.
Well, you can't blame the woman as a whole that a family unit's in disarray. It's a joint effort.
And like Dwayne said, I want you to argue this point. Women's rights came into the pick, and this is where we're at.
And
this is where we're at in a societal decay.
So you think it'd be better if women didn't vote?
Actually, go ahead. We'll skip to the next one.
See, you don't even want to go. You don't even.
What's that have
there.
to do? Okay, what's voting have to do with this?
Well, I'm just saying.
It don't have. Maybe
women are in the workplace just like a man is.
Okay, but you're not getting where I'm going. I'm getting where the family unit's broke because a woman wants to take on a place where she shouldn't be. It should be the man.
Okay, so then the way you're making it sound is that the man should be the only one doing everything, like going to work and everything, while the woman sits on her ass at home and watches soap operas?
No, cook and clean like they should.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not that kind of society nowadays.
And that's the point I'm trying to get at.
Expenses, it's called, women have to work too.
China Doll's not following me on this one.
No, I'm not, obviously, because you're making no damn sense.
Okay, I guarantee
I am not going to
understand.
sit on my ass at home and cook and clean and not go to work.
Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, okay, because I'm about to throw a shoe at you.
Let's go to the next one.
Some women control men by comparing them to other men.
This one's interesting.
This kind of control technique is frequently used in parenting, but
right, Dwayne, like the times of Leave It to Beaver.
But it's actually much more effective when it involves older people. The classic, look at that nice boy strategy. A parent might use it to shame their teenager into working harder at home or academically. The grown-up version occurs when a woman is unsatisfied with some aspect of the man in her life, so she openly starts making unflattering comparisons between her guy and other men in their lives.
The way to combat that, guys, is just do the same thing to them. Just do the same thing.
Did you see Joe's wife? Oh, my God.
I bang her. That's what you say. I bang her. The problem with, some of these men is they don't know how to speak. They don't know, you know, they're afraid to speak their mind.
Well, sometimes they don't need to speak. They should only speak when they're spoken to.
No, that's a fucking woman. That's the way it
No,
should be.
Sometimes that's a man.
You know, you
Yeah,
got that shit in the
no,
club stuff now.
No.
You got that shit in the club stuff now. That's why a lot of this shit goes downhill. It's because you let a fucking woman in your business.
Well, that's their fault. That's a place a woman shouldn't be involved in.
That's what
Just
we
saying.
always used to say is women are seen, not heard. And now you see, there's the effect. There's the effect when you let a woman get involved. And how shit goes downhill, like I was just explaining earlier. Women get too involved, you get fucked. Because women are emotional beings and they want that emotional shit to rub off on you. And it's not a good thing. Usually shit goes to hell when a woman gets involved. And you're quiet over there because you know that to be the case.
What? Well, if you're talking about it in the club world, yeah, women don't need to be involved. That's just ignorant.
Now, let's read what Rage has to say here. Now, the women that, you know, are with the guys, I'm just going to go here. My wife is rabidly anti-feminist. She is mad as hell that traditional roles have gone. She wants to be the stay-at-home 50s mom whose job is to raise the kid and take care of the house. So there are women out there that miss that kind of shit.
Well, and I'm sure there's tons of women out there that don't want to have to go to work and they'd rather stay home and, you know, watch the soap operas and clean the house or whatever. But it's not realistic right now in this day and age.
Okay, let's take out the staying at home part. They got to work.
Yeah.
But shouldn't they still act in that manner where they're not out there screaming and fucking yelling at a man, where they actually had a respect for the man? And America wonders why there's a 50% divorce rate now. It's because women just don't know how to shut up. I think that's what it all comes down
Because
to.
women just like to speak their mind now, where they didn't back then.
Yeah, because society didn't push this bullshit on women back then that they do now.
And ain't nothing wrong with a woman speaking her mind.
I disagree.
Well, then we're gonna disagree, because
I
think
disagree.
A woman should be able to speak her mind freely.
Speak her mind freely.
Yeah.
Even though it crosses the line.
With what?
There's a line.
There's that invisible line.
If the old man upstairs put it in the good book,
Oh, what? That we gotta obey.
you're damn right.
Obey. That's such a dumb word. Obey.
Would you tell that to the old man upstairs?
It's a dumb word. Obey.
But do you notice when people adhere to that psychology? Yeah, I got that one.
That.
When they adhered to it, there wasn't problems like there is in the world today.
Just because a woman speaks their mind doesn't mean they don't obey. That's such a dumb word. I don't care. Stupid.
Is there another spread the other cheek commandment? Yeah, there is.
That's such a dumb word. I don't care who you are. Obey.
So to recap this, what are the 4 ways women control men? So, you men can look out for this shit.
The 4-way, my freaking mouse will work. Jesus. Some women control men by treating them like children. Some women control men by getting quiet. Sometimes you gotta watch out when they're quiet. Some women control men by flattering them.
To me, that just means you ain't getting pussy when they're quiet.
And some women control men by comparing them to other men.
Now, Jason says, yes, women can speak their minds freely. We got a good debate going in there with Marianne and
Road Rage.
Rage. we should have free speech like that, but then they complain as soon as the man says something back. It's like you women always want the last word, and that's not happening.
And if we don't get it when we're in the room, then we just like go and leave the room and say something.
Does that like make you feel good or something?
Hey, I admit I am always the one that tries to get the last word. It doesn't work though, because I'll say something when I'm leaving the room and you'll be like, what? I'll be like, nothing. Nothing.
Now, let's look at this. Let's look at this with Mike Bulb. Proverbs 21:9. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome woman.
Wife. It says wife.
Wife.
Read it.
Proverbs 21:19. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife.
Dude, you looking this shit up while we're on the show? What are you doing?
Well, how do you argue with that?
Well, then y'all can go live in the corner of the roof and live at the desert. Bye-bye, Felicia's.
But what does that say that you're going back thousands of years when this was written?
Yeah, and
What does that say?
it was written by a man, so
That this issue's been around a long time. But because of TV and all that kind of shit, it's made it worse.
I wonder what it would be like if the Bible was written by a woman.
We'd be fucked.
I'm just saying, because it was written by a man. So what it would be like if it was written by a woman. I should write one.
Whatever.
Yeah, it won't happen. Melissa, maybe it's a word of advice for men. Don't have. Oh shit! It jumped. Damn.
Now, Rich says, I sure the hell would not use a Bible as my source. Well, I always
maybe
use
it's
the
a
good
word of
book.
advice for men. Men don't have the kind of woman. There's a difference between speaking your mind and fighting. Very true. Very true. Because I'm not trying to start a fight. I am always just trying to.
You're
have
not
the
trying to
last
start a
word.
fight.
No,
You're a bullshitter.
no, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Mike and me and a couple other guys right here, we have it right. I think we have it right.
I think you're sleeping in the garage for the rest of this week.
I sleep in my own room. What the fuck? You can't send me away.
Yeah.
Besides, I have better conversation with my motorcycles than I do with you.
Damn, Michael, man, he stepped it up more than you. That's why my old lady and I live in adjacent homes. It works.
I think that's beautiful.
Dude, can we have separate homes?
What I was actually thinking about doing was going to get one of them it looks like a garage with a porch on it and stuff, but it's really like a tiny house. That would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
I don't need much space.
Yeah, bye.
And just put it out in the backyard, and you have to make an appointment to come see me.
Well, that's true, Marianne. In any relationship, you have to find common ground. Not everybody's going to disagree
Oh
or
my
agree.
God,
Most of the
common
time,
ground, my
most of
ass.
the times you agree to disagree. I mean, we agree to disagree a lot. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Like when? I'm waiting
Like
here.
every freaking morning, we agree to disagree.
Common ground, my ass. That's the type of thinking that has made the family unit broken. And by the way, again, on the BCAN podcast, we got a special guest coming on, and we're going to be talking about what? The decay of American
I don't know.
society.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that you don't like hearing this,
No.
even though you've said in the past that women need to be women.
Yeah.
You've said that in the past, but now that we bring it up, you're all pissed.
I'm not pissed.
You get pissed easy
I do. Yeah.
because facts hurt. See, that's why leftist Democrats can't debate, because facts hurt. And they can't overcome facts. So they get all whiny and cryy. That's what they do.
Whatevs.
And that's the last word that all the women say is whatevs,
Whatever.
because they have no legitimate
I
argument.
got legitimate arguments. We'll save it for that day.
Oh my God. BCAN is going in hard now. Yes, we're going to go hardcore, man. It's going to be pretty intense. Good show coming up, man. Good show. But anyway, what's in the news today? What we fucked up now? Because it just seems like every human being always fucks something up. Coming up in the members only podcast. If you want to be a member of the Insane Throttle Members Only Club to get exclusive content Monday through Friday, you can join over on YouTube and Spotify, baby. But before the news, we got this. Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content Monday through Friday at 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong. Rock on, man. By the way, go over and join. It used to be Insane Wheels, but I decided to do it this way. It's James Hollywood Machikari over on YouTube. I'm gonna start tearing up some of these channels, man, and some of the shit that they're putting out there is what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
And actually put down the smackdown on some of these club subjects that come up. So that's gonna be coming up later on this week. And what do we got in the news?
A semi driver has been arrested more than 6 months after a fiery crash that left 5 people dead, Arizona says. The driver, 36-year-old Danny Tyner, has been charged with 5 counts of manslaughter, 4 counts of endangerment, and 1 count of tampering with evidence, according to the news release.
Remember in Illinois in the 90s when that
No,
I think it was in Milwaukee, that drunk
it wasn't in
no,
Illinois,
it wasn't
then.
a drunk. It wasn't a drunk, but a guy who bought his CDL, because in Illinois, it used to be if you were connected, you can get a CDL in a heartbeat. Basically, what they would do is tell you to sit in the corner, and then when you came up, they filled out the test questions for you, and then they would send you out to a connected drivers, whatever it is, when they take you on the ride, and then they pass you, hand you your CDL. Well, they did this with this guy, and he killed that whole family. Remember, in that minivan, killed all the kids, everything, because he didn't know how to drive. Go ahead with the Phoenix one.
Well, the driver didn't stop for traffic and rear-ended 2 cars, wedging them into the back of a second semi. The truck was pushed forward into 2 other cars, crashed, and 2 cars were smashed between 2 semi trucks, and they burst into flames. 5 people were involved in the crash. And guess why this crash happened?
Why?
Because this dumb fuck was doing a TikTok while he was driving his semi.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. He was doing 68 miles an hour in a 55 zone. According to the release, he was actively using TikTok on his phone during the crash.
You know what? They got dash cams for that. They got cell phone holders for that. All you do is push a button and you can do shit. What the hell is wrong with people?
People are stupid.
So now they're dead because he wanted to make a TikTok.
Yep.
And
he was paying more attention to his phone than his driving.
And that's something you can't do when you're driving 80,000 pounds down the damn road.
Nope.
You can't do that.
Nope.
That is freaking insane.
So let's go from Arizona up to Indiana.
Let's go up to Indiana.
An Indiana man who was triggered,
sad, man,
who was triggered into a fit of violence over a honk, was sentenced to 80 years in prison after pleading guilty to attempted murder during a road rage shooting in the city of Fishers.
Do you think attempted murder should get 80 years?
If you hear what he did, yes. That's just part of it.
Because it's kind of funny. A bitch like Donna Morelli only got 11 months. And she hit a body.
Well, while he was behind bars, this is why he got 80 years. He is accused of turning into violence the way to solve his problems. He was charged with conspiracy to commit murder after contacting a supposed hitman while in jail and attempting to have 2 witnesses killed before they could testify at his trial.
Well, now I know why with that.
The witnesses included
That goes back to my point. Why are you going to talk on a fucking phone, you dumbass? That's being recorded.
witnesses included a woman and a juvenile.
Get a bootleg cell phone, you idiot.
He offered the he offered the hitman his 2004 Acura as payment, included in the description of both witnesses, along with where they lived, worked, and the letters were meant to be given to the hitman. Well, the hitman was an undercover detective.
They usually are. See, this is the thing about you people that you don't know about hitmen is if unless you're in the underworld, you don't know who is who that'd do it. No, they go out and they ask a friend, can you do, get me somebody? And next thing you know, it's a fucking cop.
So the initial road rage, he wasn't going to get as much time because, yeah, he shot his gun 3 times because somebody honked their horn at him. And he ended up one of the bullets went into a driver's knee in another vehicle, and that vehicle crashed. And the driver was okay, but he did have a bullet in his knee. And so they were going to sentence him for that initially. But then this happened while he was waiting to
Isn't
go
that
to
messed
court.
up? Somebody has to hire somebody else to do the bad shit.
Well, he's in jail, so.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about guys that go try to hire hitmen and shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's easy. Grab a 22, put it behind their ear. It's done. You do it yourself.
Stop giving ideas to people.
And next thing you know, you don't have to worry about it because you did it yourself and you did it smart, and you don't have cops posing as hitman. Never made sense to me.
So yeah, so he was sentenced just on June 30th, and 40 years for both counts, serve consecutively.
Do you admit some people don't deserve a license?
Yes, I do.
You know what my worst nightmare is?
What?
Is at a stop sign on a motorcycle and somebody that's why you always see me pull to one side or another, is where I can exit and shit like that, and I'm always looking in my mirror because people are just fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And it does drive me crazy on the road where, say you're in Chicago and stuff and they drive like freaking morons.
Which they do.
They do big time.
I don't like driving in Chicago. I always make you drive.
That's because
I already know I can't handle the people downtown. This is like, no, you drive. No. And you know your way around.
What's your other story?
A frickin' trend. Experts have issued an urgent warning after social media users began to adopt a dangerous new tanning hack.
Oh my God, here we go.
A string of videos showing tanning trends involves pouring beer over your skin and claims it offers the best tan and affordable. But experts describe that this so-called hack is downright dangerous. Not only does it make you sticky and a magnet for pesky bugs, but it also puts you in risk of heat stroke, sun poisoning, and deadly skin cancer.
I don't understand how people actually do this trend. They do trends and they know it's gonna hurt them. Why do they do it?
Because they're stupid. Because people are always trying to save money. Well, darling, go to the dollar store and buy yourself some sunscreen.
Yeah, you don't want to get a no tanning booth, man.
I mean, come on. Whoever thought of this one, pouring beer on yourself to get a tan, is a freaking moron.
Oh my God.
It is a hack. Do not
That's
do
just
it.
like Tide Pods
Do not
or whatever.
Do not do it. Yeah, don't eat the Tide Pods. Don't pour beer on you for a tan.
It's like that's stupid to fucking play that kind of game.
People like eating Tide Pods, I guess. I don't know. That was a thing.
That just shows you how we raised our kids, how stupid
our kids
they
are
are.
dumb. They're eating Tide Pods. Yeah, that was a thing. But these trends that are coming up, people don't, I don't know what it is. If y'all just like, oh my God, yeah, that's a good idea. No, it's freaking not. Don't do it.
Oh my God.
They should have a warning before these trends saying, do not try this at home.
Unbelievable.
This is how dumb people are. But do not pour beer on yourself thinking you're going to get the best tan ever, because all you're going to end up with is sun poisoning, heat stroke, and possibly skin cancer.
Dummies.
Dumbass.
We're going to go to the members only right now. Don't forget to join over on YouTube and Spotify. Everybody else, we'll see you for Taco Tuesday tomorrow,
Is
baby.
an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.
Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content Monday through Friday at 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong. Introducing the all-new service from Insane Throttle, Motorcycle Madhouse Radio. 24/7 and nothing but the best in 80s till today rock and metal, baby. And here's an added bonus. You can now listen to Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Show with Hollywood and Chinatown live on the air. Go to motorcyclemadhouse.com and bookmark the radio station and get down with the king of biker radio.
I say goodbye, vamoose, adios, ciao, so long, get your hat jack.
#1 internet biker radio show is now available on Spotify and all major platforms, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and more. Don't forget to become a subscriber on any one of these platforms so you can be